Let's start in Tadasana. Bring the hands to Namaskarasana. Tighten the kneecaps. Draw the thighs up. Draw the navel back a little. Shoulder blades deep into the back. Hands in your Namaskarasana so that it feels like the hands are gently pressurized. But then the elbows are widening and you're drawing the shoulder blades deep into the back. Widen the collarbones. Close your eyes. Breathe. Bow the head to the heart. Release the hands. Open the eyes. Raise the face. Adho Mukha Virasana. So that feet toes together, knees apart. Sit on your heels if possible, otherwise put a foam pad between your bottom and your heels. And then stretch, lengthen, extend your arms forwards, keeping your bottom down. Hands, press them flat down onto the mat, so straight down, like this. 1, 2. Keep that action, and even if you take the hands forward, still make sure that the hands are pressing straight down. So if I had arrows, they'd be pointing straight down into the fingers, into the palms, lengthening through the arms, and then you rest your head down. Relax the eyes, release the tongue, and allow yourself to breathe. Abdomen's broad, head's rested, so you can put a brick underneath your head. You can just allow the head to quietly hang. But having some support underneath the forehead really does make a difference. And now you're coming up into Adho Mukha Svanasana, so downward facing dog. So tuck the toes under, lift up through the hips, stretch the heels back. Taking the thighs back, taking the legs back, extending from those hands, which still feel like they're pressing straight down into the earth, so you're not letting all the weight come back into the heels, but you're pressing the fingers down. You're drawing the arms up out of the wrists into the elbows, from the elbows up to the shoulders, from the shoulders widen across the collarbones to give your neck some space, releasing the head down, lifting from the armpits through the sides of the waist, stretch up into the sides of the hips, lifting up the very top creases of the hips, opening up the hamstrings, opening up the backs of the knees, pressing the shins back. Check that the ankles are nice and broad and that the inner and outer ankle bone is level. Arches are lifted, and you're taking the centre of the heel to face right down towards the floor. And maybe one day the heels will go down without walking the feet in too close to your hands. And then walk forwards, Uttanasana. Bring the hands back in line with the feet. Feet are hip distance apart. Press the outer blades of the feet down. Broaden the abdomen. Lift up through the legs so the thighs are drawing right up into the hips. You can hold the sides of the ankles. You can hold your shins. Brace yourself on your shins. Let the upper body lengthen down. Let the head hang. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Shoulder blades, they slide back up towards the waist. Elbows are broad. Neck is long. Face is soft. Breathe. Inhale, look forwards. Hands down to the floor, come onto the fingertips if at all possible. Bend your knees if you need to come up. Lengthen through the spine. Hands to waist. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale, stand up. Bring the feet together. Stand tall. Kneecaps tight. Legs firm, weight back into the heels. Extend down through the arms. Interlace the fingers, push the palms away, swing the arms up, stretch up. Kneecaps lifted, look directly forwards. Lengthen the outer arms up more and more. Toes long. Exhale, lower the arms down. Bring the palms to face you. Change the interlace of the fingers. Push the palms away and take the arms up again. Extend up. Weight back in the heels. Toes still connected to the floor. Allowing the tailbone to draw down a little. Creating as much space between the vertebrae as you lengthen up through to the crown of the head so the spine feels nice and long. Keep the rib cage open, lengthen up more and more, and then exhale, lower the arms down. Okay, we've got dog head down again, Adho Mukha Svanasana, and then those of you that wish to, if you want to do Adho Mukha Vrikshasana, so that's handstands, can kick up. Now we're going to do this in a few ways. Right, so first of all, I'm using the door here because I thought you'd like a different angle in my little room here. So first thing to do, make sure that the door is nice and solid, and if you don't kick up against the door, use a wall. Okay, I have a little light on the outside, so when people come in, see the lights on, they know that I'm in here and I'm working, plus the fact my feet just come up to here. Okay, so first things first, let's take the hands down and just stretch back one more time into our dog head down. Okay, so those of you that are going to kick up into your handstands, you walk in and you just take the legs up like so, and then you stretch up into the heels, lifting right up, lengthening more and more and more, and then look forwards, keep the legs nice and straight and come down with control. Step back, dog head down. Okay, those of you who are attempting to kick up, then you can just attempt to kick up. Don't worry if you've got to start somewhere. If, however, you think your arms aren't strong enough, then what you can do is you can practice, if you spin around, you can do your dog head down, a shorter dog head down. Okay, and you can practice by taking one leg up the wall and the other leg up the wall. So you can just practice that, and you start to get used to taking the weight into your hands. Yeah, so it should be very comfortable. And then you can walk the hands in just a little bit more, and then you can try again. So you step one leg up the wall, leave one leg dangling, and if you need to come down, you can put it back down. And same on the other side, you just feel the weight gets transferred into the hands, like so, and then when you become more confident, you can step both legs up, and you lengthen up, pressing down the hands, lifting up through the armpits, lifting up into the waist, lifting up into the thighs, and exhale, come down. Those of you used to kicking up, you can try then the opposite leg. So I kicked up with my right leg last time. You can rewind and have a look, just check that I did. I'm pretty sure I did. So you can walk in, yeah, and then you use the other leg to take yourself up. That was my left leg that time. Stretch up, extend, lengthen, legs long, legs strong, inner edges of the feet up, pressing down into those hands, breathe. And then come down with control. Ooh, with the leg that you don't want to. So there's one leg that you'll just drop down instantly. So as soon as you start to do that, change legs so it's the opposite leg that's coming down. Rest in Uttanasana. So have the feet apart a little. Relax the abdomen, relax the eyes, release the tongue. When you feel ready, come to the fingertips, engage the legs or bend the knees. Come up with a long spine, lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back. Okay, So the next pose, we're going to do right angled handstands for all of us. Okay, so you're going to come back into your dog head down. And those of you that are just attempting this, what you can do is you can, if I go forwards a little, you can do your dog head down and you can just take one leg up, thinking about the leg that you've raised, keeping your hips level and keeping both legs active, okay? And then we can do the other side. So you raise the right leg up, legs nice and strong, you stretch from the hands right through into the heels, dog head down with one raised leg, hips are level, okay? So this is all going to start to make sense in a moment, maybe. Who knows? So this time, if you're happy to take one leg up the wall, then please don't if you're menstruating, all right? But otherwise, take one leg up the wall, and then this is your kind of dog head down slopiness. So you've got this kind of slope here, and you just take one leg and you stretch it. And you feel the weight into your hands, and you just take the other leg and you stretch it. So it's coming away from the wall, not very high, okay? And then you walk back down and you take a rest. Those of you who are doing the right angle, you need to measure your legs. Okay, and the hands will come to about here, down by your feet. I've got little sweaty hands so I can see exactly where I plonk them. Pressing down into the hands, you're going to lift up through the hips, walk your feet up to the wall and get your hips, your feet in line with your hips approximately. Okay, I'm hoping that's about right. And then you stretch up. Now, please, when you take your leg up, do not take your leg past perpendicular. So you're here, okay, and you just stretch that leg up and you press down into the hands and you feel that work, levelizing the hips and then change legs. Making sure that the foot, when it comes back down, it makes good contact with the wall. And then you release the leg down and then you can either stay there at your right angle or take a rest. Or have another go. One leg up, stretch up. And then second leg up, stretch up. Legs long, legs strong, arms strong. Lengthening right up into the big toes. And then leg down. And exhale. Step down. Bend the knees, sit back on the heels and take a rest. Come up. Now you have a choice. So you can do that one again, so the right angled handstands with your legs going up, or you can do it, you kick up into a handstand, okay? And then you're going to lower one leg down, ideally to a right angle, no more than that. And what you have to think about is stretching up into the heel whilst extending out into the other heel. Okay, so let's crack on with it. So your hands are down, walk in, kick up into your handstand, stretch up into the heels, okay? And then keeping that, tailbone forwards, legs strong, engage the legs, lower one leg down to 90 degrees. Keep the legs strong, breathe, legs firm, and you've really got to keep that top leg stretching up. And then raise the leg up, stretch up again, second side. Extending into the heel, pressing down into those hands, lifting up, lifting up, lifting up. And then release. Extend up. First side again. Don't come down yet. Stay there, stay there, stay there if you can. And then come up. Stretch up. And the second side. Legs firm. Legs strong. Breathe. And then raise the leg up. Hold. Adho Mukha Vrikshasana, and then come down with control. Uttanasana. You can have the feet together now, or you can have the feet apart. Let yourself hang down, kneecaps lifted, breath smooth, breath even. Hands forwards, extend. Hands to waist, inhale, come up. Roll the shoulders back, lift up through the chest, and lengthen the arms down. We're going to put our fingertips at hip height onto the wall. So look, watch, again. Hands at hip height. Look forwards, lift the chest. Then you're going to step back and bring your legs into perpendicular to the floor. Kneecaps lifted. This is half Uttanasana. Legs are firm. Extend through to the fingertips. Stretch the hips back. Press down into the heels. Spread out through the toes. Engage those arms so you feel like this lower arm is supporting the body, and move the sternum forwards towards the wall. So if you look towards the wall, you'll feel, and if you lift yourself up a little bit, you'll feel the sternum want to lengthen forwards. So keep that action and then release the head down a little more. Look forwards. Now this is important. Walk forwards to come back out. Okay, so don't just leave your body dangling in the air there. My face is probably looking a little bit rosy now from all the upside down stuff. Stretch down through the arms, lift up through the chest. I want you to just balance on one leg. Now you're going to take your left hand, you're going to smack your outer hip so that that hip comes in, like that. And then just balance on one leg and feel the connection of the outer hip in towards the pelvis. And then release. Second side, don't hit yourself too hard. Good smack. And then hit in with that outer hip. So you can feel the pelvis has moved, the femur head has moved deep into the socket, and really feel the power through that standing leg. And then release. That's crucial for keeping the balance in your Virabhadrasana, I let that sneak out, Vrikshasana pose. So you're going to raise up your right leg, and you're going to bring the right foot to the top of the thigh, outer hip hits in. If the leg doesn't reach this, just practice balancing on one leg. It's absolutely fine. Lift up through the chest, swing your arms forwards and up, lengthen up. Now feel the standing leg, feel the strength of it. We're not going to be here for too long, but just feel nice and strong in it. Exhale, lower the arms down, release the leg down, grip those legs together. Okay, it should feel like the two legs have become one strong leg. Okay, let's do the second side. Pick up the left leg. Outer hip moving in. Bring the arms forwards and up. Stretch up. Lift up through the chest. Extend, gripping those hips together more and more and more. Breath smooth, even. And exhale, lower the arms down and release the leg. Happy with that? Extend the arms down. Let's do Utkatasana. Stretch those arms down, really lengthen them so they feel very, very strong and connected all the way around, so the muscles are wrapping around the arm bones. Swing the arms up, forwards and up. Exhale, come down, Utkatasana. Stretch through to the fingers. Lengthen up through the arms, extend to the thumbs, sitting down into the pose. Feeling that you're not sticking your tailbone out or digging the tailbone towards your knees too much. Have the weight in the heels. Inhale, stand up. Lower the arms down. One more time. Swing the arms up. Keep the weight in the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Check that the knees are coming directly forwards. They're not swinging off to one side or the other. Toes long. Arms strong. Spine neutral. So it just feels like the spine is lengthening more and more to the crown of the head. Try not to hold the tension in the back of the neck. So move the shoulder blades deep into the back. Inhale, come up. And lower the arms down. Extend down. Virabhadrasana 2. Ready? Legs wide. Open the chest. Turn the left foot well in. Turn the whole of the right leg out to 90 degrees. Stretch out through the arms. Be aware of this back arm and keep the extension through that back arm so that this side of the body stays nice and long. You're not leaning forwards or leaning back. Exhale, bend the knee. Turn the head. Look along the right arm. Sit down into the pose. Breath smooth. Keep an awareness to that back arm. Inhale, come up. Bring the feet to face forwards. Keep the arms up. Turn the left toes well in. Turn the whole of the right leg out to 90 degrees. Now you're aware of this back arm. So extend out and exhale, bend the knee. Turn the head, look along the left arm. Breathe. Breath smooth and even. Chest wide and broad. And sit right down into the pose. Inhale, come up. Bring the feet to face forwards. Open up the chest. Bring the legs together. Stand tall. Want to do it again? Go on then. Legs wide. Left foot well in. Turn the whole of the right leg out. Resist with the back leg. Keep it strong. Exhale, turn. Turn, bend the knee. Open the chest. Lengthen through the arms, keeping the shoulders over the hips. Inhale, come up and bring the feet to face forwards. Open up the chest. Second side. Whole of the left leg turns out and bend the leg. Look along the left arm. Breathe into that back arm. This pose is a warrior pose. So you should feel like a warrior. Inhale, come up. Bring the feet to face forwards and then legs together. We've got Virabhadrasana 2 next, so let's come to a good Tadasana and just feel the length of the spine. Feel the work through the legs and the groundedness through the legs. And now we're going to use the wall for a bit of support for our legs. So you can put your heel up the wall or you can use some bricks. I'm going to take 2 bricks. I've just probably disappeared out of view. And I'm going to put them in against the wall. That means I can put my heel in it now. Okay? So my foot is coming in against the wall. My left foot is against the wall. And my right leg is coming forwards. Leg is strong, so you're powering through that left leg and your hands come to your hips. Lift up through the chest, exhale, bend the leg down into right angle. Then you can wriggle this leg just a little bit more if you need to. And notice what happens to that back leg. Don't let the thigh become saggy. Make the thigh firm. Breathe. Open up the chest, tailbone down. Relax the eyes, release the tongue. And inhale, come up. Release the foot off the brake, turn the feet to face forwards and change legs. We've got left leg forwards, right leg is back. So the heel is either up the wall or else it's heel to the brick. And sorry, I'm looking at my foot, I should be looking at you. And so the foot, if you imagine that this is the clock, the foot is between 5 and 10 past the hour. So probably about 70 degrees. It depends where you're starting your degrees from, I suppose. Outer heel presses into the wall. And then you're going to bend your left leg down into a right angle. Lift up through the chest and make sure that it feels very comfortable and very supported around the lower back. You don't want any compression in that lower back. Open up the chest, relax your eyes, release the tongue, and press that heel into the wall or into the brick. Feel the firmness of the thigh as you do that and really open up the back of that knee. Straighten up through the left leg, release the feet and change sides. First side again. Left heel to the wall, to the brick, right leg forwards, leg firm, so tighten that kneecap. I can't express how much work, how much concentration needs to go on through this leg. So maybe if I pat it whilst I go down, it will remind me, keep going, little lower, Keep going. Sit deep in the pose. Now be aware of the sides of the hips, levelizing the trunk, and then swing the arms forwards and up. Take a breath. Sit deep in the pose. Raise the head and bring the palms together. Extend through into the fingertips. Arms like swords. Breathe. Be in that back leg. Imagine you're still patting it. Release the hands, separate them. Gaze forwards. Lower the arms. Straighten up through that right leg. Turn the feet. Let's do the second side. Right leg to the wall. Left leg forwards. So your feet are, your hips are like you're taking a large step. And then remember that right leg. That's how much thought. Leg, thigh, 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 thigh. Raise the arms up. Stretch through to the fingers. Extend. That clicking's the thigh thought. Thigh, 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 thigh. Bring the palms together. Look up towards the thumbs. Breathe, 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 breathe. Thigh, 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 thigh. Release the hands. Head forwards. Lower the arms down. Straighten up through that leg. Bring the feet to face forwards. Legs together. Tadasana. Extend down into the arms. Lift up through the chest and breathe. So we're going to take a little rest now. I was standing this way, I don't know why. We're going to take a rest now. So half Uttanasana. Do you remember? Hands to hips, hands to the wall. Stretch yourself back, extend, lengthen through the hips, kneecaps lifted, legs firm, toes spread. Breath smooth and even. Look forwards, walk forwards to stand up. Okay? Next pose is Virabhadrasana 3. So that was, when I said Vrikshasana, I was actually thinking about Virabhadrasana 3 because the standing leg is key, okay? We're going to start with measuring our legs. So I've got bricks there, they're for my arms, hands. And it's, again, you need to know, it's, how can I say it? It's not prescriptive. You can't really say, right, well, my legs are there. This is exactly where I need my hands to be, because it depends on flexibility. It depends on a number of things. Okay, so it's a guesstimate. I think my feet need to be about here, so the heel is just where the ankle bone was. So I'll just make a little mark on my mat. There we go. Okay, and then I'll place my feet so they'll come to about there. And then, but no, you can move around. Hands then come into half Uttanasana. Right, and you want the chest to go forwards and the legs to press back. Have the feet together, kneecaps lifted, and then you take the leg back, and I actually want you to take the ball of the foot to the wall and then press that thigh up. Okay, so do you remember the ticking? This thigh work. Put that brain power into your thigh. Levelize the hips and lift the arches. Thigh, 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 thigh. Widen the collarbones. Relax the eyes, release the tongue. And then release that leg down. Second side. So take the ball of the foot. It doesn't mean you're not stretching the heel. You're still stretching through the heel as well. But I want you to really not to feel like you're standing just in that heel. So if you can stretch the heel back, take it back. But then really keep that connection through the leg and let the ball of the foot extend as well. Because you want to feel that you've got the whole of the leg lengthening, and it's a natural foot, rather than just pushing the heel into the wall too much. Okay, connect into that thigh, thigh, thigh movement again. And then place the foot down. Kneecaps lifted. Let's try again. Widen the collarbones. So you tighten the kneecaps, keep both legs strong, keep the hips level, raise the leg up, stretch into the wall, lift and widen the chest, face soft, breath smooth, and then release. And the second side, swing your right leg up, legs strong, breath smooth, kneecaps lifted, bend the knees or hands to waist, inhale, stand up. Simple, okay? Let's try the second way round. Bring those out the way. Hands to waist. Step forwards and then walk yourself back. Right angled, Uttanasana, legs are together, feet are together. Take your left foot back and press the toenail, have the toenail touching the floor and contract the kneecaps. Levelize the hips and then raise the left leg up. Lengthen from the fingertips right through into that back leg. Feel very strong, like a thunderbolt. And release. Second side. Tips the toes, right leg, kneecaps lifted, legs straight and strong. Waist level, hips level. Swing the right leg up. Opening up the back of the knee. Try to keep yourself as straight as you possibly can. So you've got to be aware of both sides of the waist. And then exhale, release. Walk forwards to come up. Stand tall, take some breaths. You can rest your head on the wall. Couple of good breaths. And then again, step back, half Uttanasana. Left leg, toes back, hips connected. Be aware of both sides of the waist. And as you go to lift that left leg up, try not to distort the waist at all. Keeping the arms long, keeping the sternum moving forwards. You can gaze forwards if you wish. And then lower the leg down. Second side, step back with the right leg, kneecaps lifted, toes spread. Raise the leg up, being nice and long. From the fingertips right through into the toes. Growing, 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 growing. Legs firm. Kneecaps lifted. Arches lifted on that standing leg. And then lower the leg down. Lengthen both the sides of the waist back. And then look forward, step forwards, stand up, rest your head on the wall. Okay, so at the beginning, do you remember we did Vrikshasana and I said about the standing leg? We're going to do Vrikshasana into Virabhadrasana 3. Okay, so you need a sense of humour. If you were balancing on one leg, I'll show you that one first. Okay, so if I turn sideways and say you were just balancing on one leg, you're going to swing the arms up. Okay, step back. Try and keep the connection from the fingertips through to the toes, and you just tip forwards. And you just tip forwards. And you just tip forwards, keeping the control, keeping the legs strong. Extend until maybe you come down to a right angle, but don't worry if you don't. Extend, and then inhale, come back up. Stretch up, change sides. Okay, so you might come to here, and then think Supergirl, or Superman, or Superglam. And go a little further, and go a little further, and go a little further, till you become parallel. And then inhale, come up. So that's option number 1. Yeah, and seriously, if you're feeling lackluster, just from here, take the leg back and extend. Yeah, here, leg back. Okay, so there's always something that we can do. It doesn't, just because you don't get to the full pose or you fall out of the pose, you know. Alternatively, watch, we're going to do Vrikshasana, so I've turned sideways so that you can see. You're going to pick up your left leg or your right leg. I've picked up my left leg, so let's all pick up left legs. Standing leg strong, raise the arms up, stretch up. Lift up through the chest. Okay, start to go forwards. Now as you go forwards, pick up the leg and stretch it behind you, keeping the leg bent. Yeah, let your body come down and then extend out through the toes into the ball of the foot like you're pressing into the wall. And then inhale, come up. And lower the arms down. Isn't that a nice way to do it? So let's do the right leg now. Pick up the right leg. Heels to the top of the thigh, toes point down. Swing the arms up. Stretch up. As you start to go forwards, you'll feel that foot, the raised leg foot, start to push back. As soon as it starts to get to that point where it wants to go back behind your thigh, take it away, keeping the leg bent. Bring yourself down into a right angle, and then stretch back through that right leg. Into the ball of the foot. Breathe, extend, lengthen. And then inhale, come up. And lower the arms down. Want to have another go? First side again. Tailbone down. Swing the arms up. Lift up. Start to lean forwards. Release that foot back behind you. Keep the leg bent. So you really feel like you're powering through that thigh to lift the leg. And then extend through into the mound of the big toe. Stretch through the arms, feel the forearms and extend them right through to the baby finger. And then inhale, come back up. If you want to add another challenge, bring the leg back up into your Vrikshasana. Snuck that one in there, didn't I? And then lower the arms down, release the leg. Second side, pick up the right leg, toes pointing down, foot to the top of the thigh. Lift up through the chest. Extend the arms forwards and up. Lift and lengthen. Start to lean forwards. Take the foot out. Lift that heel, extend into the heel, stretch the arms. Extend out through the ball of the foot. Breathe, lengthening both sides of the waist. Inhale, come back up. Bend the leg up into your Vrikshasana. Keep your left arm up. Right foot comes into Vrikshasana. Lift and lengthen. Breathe. Lower the arms down and release the leg. Okay? We got Virabhadrasana then, into Virabhadrasana 1 into 3. I'll face you. Legs wide. I need to go this way because I've got the wall in the way. Okay, turn your left toes in. Turn the right leg out. Turn the hips, turn the trunk, Vimarsana. So the arms are out sideways, then raise the arms up, stretch up. Turn the thigh, that right thigh, left thigh forward, sorry. Exhale, bend your right leg. Come down into your Virabhadrasana, lean along the body. Lean the body along the thigh. Step in with your back foot, raise it up, and then straighten the leg up. Lengthen forwards, right through into the fingertips, right through into the toes. Exhale, bend the leg. Come back, Virabhadrasana 1. And straighten up the right leg. Bring the feet to face forwards. Lower the arms down, take some breaths. While I carefully move over to the other side. Raise the arms up. Turn your right foot well in, take the whole of the left leg out. Exhale, bend the leg. Just a quick Virabhadrasana 1. And then lean over the right leg. Step in, left leg. Step in with the right leg. And raise the leg up while straightening the arms and extending forwards. From the hips through to the fingertips, from the hips through to that back leg. Breathe. Bend the leg. Step back, Virabhadrasana 1. Come up. Feet to face forwards. Lower the arms. Jump the legs together. Want to have another go? Hang on, I'm going this way now. Legs wide. Come into Virabhadrasana 1. This time we're going to take the arms up and over the head first. Now turn the back foot well in. Turn the whole of the front leg out. Turn the hips and turn the trunk. Exhale, bend your right leg. Lean, extend, raise the leg and lengthen forwards. Open up the back of the knee of that outstretched leg.
bend the leg. Come back up, Virabhadrasana 1. Now look up, bring the palms together. Stretch up one more time. Release the hands, come up, straightening up through that right leg. Feet to face forwards. Let's go to the second side. Keep the arms up. Right foot turns well in, take the heel out, turn the whole of the left leg out to 90 degrees. Exhaling, bend the leg, sit deep in the pose. Lift up through the fronts of the body, through the back of the body, and then extend forwards. Step in with the back leg, raise that right leg up. Lengthen through to the fingertips. Breathe. Arms long, legs long. Exhale, bend the leg. Come back, Virabhadrasana 1, palms together. Stretch up, looking up to those thumbs. Release the hands, look forwards. Keeping the arms up, straighten up through that leg. Bring the feet to face forwards. Lower the arms and legs together. Lift up through the chest. Breathe. And then dog head down. Should feel very nice. If you feel like you need to pose the child, hold the dog head down just for a little bit longer. Bend the knees, big toes together, stretch back. And then when you're ready, inhale, come up. Knees together, take some breaths. Okay, we've got Setu Bandha Shravangasana next. I'd like you to have some height for your feet. So I've put 2 bricks against the wall. And then I'm using 4 foam pads. I'm just going to grab them now. And a blanket also. No, not a blanket, just 4 foam pads. And they're coming in underneath the hips here. Right, so my legs are bent. Back of the neck is nice and long. Foam pads are coming underneath my hips. And you might need to wriggle in towards the wall a little bit. Again, make sure that you're comfortable and have the shoulder blades nice and into the back. And put in the pads one at a time. Roll the shoulders and then just check that your feet make good contact, and you can always wriggle, you can pull the pads just a little bit away. Open up the chest. Relax the eyes and release the tongue. Making sure that your hair, if you've got lots of hair, isn't making the pose any more difficult than it should be. It should feel very easy, this pose. The chest is beautifully open, the kneecaps are firm, the thighs drawing up towards the hips. Abdomen broad and soft, face soft, gaze soft. This should feel heavenly. Let the breath come up into the chest. Allow the arms to be long, the legs to be long, shoulder blades moving deep into the back. I can hear the birds. chest broad, breath wide. If it gets too much on the back, just bend up the legs and come down and bring the legs to here. You can slowly lower yourself down. Otherwise, if you can, if you're here, you can roll the shoulders back. You can bend one leg over the chest and the other one, and then you can straighten the legs up into Viparita Karani. Just hold this for a minute or so. Tighten up the kneecaps, opening up the chest, toes long, heels broad, legs firm. Keep the legs strong, keep the chest open. Exhale, bend the legs, release the legs down one at a time. Lift up through the hips, remove the bricks. And then the second set of bricks. So I've done 2 and 2, we can go down one and then the other. Take some breaths. Relax the eyes, release the tongue. Just quietly cuddle the knees in, one and then the other. And then you can get ready for your Shavasana. So I can just wriggle myself away. I'm having myself lying down completely flat, shoulder blades are deep into the back. If you feel like you're not quite connected for your Shavasana, then if you just lift yourself, come onto your elbows, your legs are bent, make sure they're bent, come onto the elbows and just lengthen vertebrae by vertebrae down onto your back, lengthening the spine. When the head hits the floor, just lengthen the back of the neck as well. But make sure the front of the throat feels nice and long. And then take the hands away from your body and tuck the shoulder blades. So the shoulder blades move deeper into the back and just a little bit away from your ears, so the collarbones feel broad. They should feel nice and open on the clavicle notch. And then slide the legs away, making sure the lower back is comfortable. If it's not, bend up the legs and roll onto your side. You can get yourself something to put underneath the backs of your knees, or just bend up the legs and lie on your back. Relax the abdomen, release the eyes and release the tongue. And allow any areas that feel like they've been challenged today to just settle. So the arms feel heavy, the legs feel heavy. And every time you breathe out, release more into the floor. Allowing any tension to be absorbed by the floor. Relax the skin around the eyes. Release the skin on the back of the neck. Breathe slowly and evenly. Notice the inhalation and the exhalation, and let them release. Releasing the exhalation, releasing the tissues of the body. No longer having to do the asana, allowing yourself to be in this quietening pose, observational pose, still pose. Release and relaxing the fingers. Release and relax the toes. Let go completely. Today I'm going to leave you enjoy the rest of your Shavasana. When it's time to get up, carefully roll to your sides and sit yourself up. Stay here for a little while longer if you can. But I'm going to say thank you and namaste.